bevo.com.
Daniel, in terms of predicting who is going to be in the top 10% of performers, i.e. the sort of the star performers, you say that EI, emotional intelligence, is more as a sort of a better gauge than IQ. So can you just tell me why that is the case?
It's very simple. Study after study shows that in order to be in a top profession, in order to be an engineer, in order to get an MBA, in order to get an MD, or be a top executive, you need to have an IQ that's about one standard deviation above normal or higher. That puts you at about 115 IQ. But then the studies show after that there is no correlation between your IQ and your actual effectiveness or success in that line of work. Whether you're a CEO, academic, an engineer, doesn't matter. Why? Because that is the IQ level you need to master the technical skills, and it's the cognitive capacity you need to handle that profession. But after that, think about it. Once you're in the field, you're competing with people who are about as smart as you are. There's really no... Throughout school, IQ is a huge advantage for grades. In the workplace, after you reach that criterion level, it has very little added benefit, and what makes the difference are your personal abilities. How you manage yourself. Do you stay motivated? Do you stay focused? Are you adaptable? Are you self-aware? And your interpersonal abilities. Can you read other people? Do you know how to get along well? Are you a good team player? Can you be a leader? And those all depend on emotional intelligence.
Daniel, I've got no doubt that people that are watching this are sold on your premise of emotional intelligence. But the big question I think people will be wanting to ask is, once you know your EI level, can you improve or can you become more emotionally intelligent?
Yeah, the good news is that you can improve emotional intelligence competencies. These are learned abilities that build from the fundamentals. So, for example, emotional self-control, staying calm under pressure. This is a capacity that can be learned. The steps are quite well known, but you need to, first of all, want to get better. Listening well, listening deeply. That's a critical empathy skill. And if you have poor listening habits, it's like the common cold of leadership, then you can improve, but again, you need to be motivated. Why? Because in adulthood, you have to undo, at the brain level, undo over-rehearsed habits. That's your habitual way of reacting. And build a new one until it becomes more strongly practiced than the old one. Then you'll do it naturally. And that takes real effort and real motivation.
Daniel, talking about self-motivation, what's the core essence of being self-driven and motivated to move forward as an individual?
I think that motivation has to be true, that you need to align the desire to improve with your own sense of values and purpose, what you really feel is important. What are your dreams? Where do you want to go in life? Is something holding you back? Can you change that for the better? That's the kind of genuine motivation that helps people really make the change.
bevo.com